Käthi and I have been doing public art, and we had done one here in Kettering before, so we were interested in trying to see if we could do another one. And it started out as a wall, and it morphed into a piece for out in the circle, which will be 2 benches and the cement around it. And that will be mosaic tiles with making our own handmade tiles. In conjunction with the aluminum tiles that high school kids and the elementary kids made a couple of years ago in a bronze symposium. We're going to run around and do some rubbings and start thinking about which ones you like. We like to make a lot of things with texture, so we'll be looking for textures, and those will probably give us some really good ideas. And we're going to ask you to find the places on your paper that you think are the most interesting. We really are taking our ideas off of those tiles that the kids made. We are really sort of basing our design after those, but we're completely keeping in a nature theme. I think everyone got some really nice ones. And these are functional benches instead of a purely sculptural piece.
Because we want to make this public art project bench here at the Nature Center at Habitat, and this is our very first bench we ever made. So the inside is iron and cement, and the outside is clay tiles. And here you see why we wanted you to do these rubbings. So we really like to include things from nature, especially animals, because it makes it more fun and interesting to look at.
Think about a word that really expresses how you feel when you're outside.
And when you come back sometime, then you can come and see if you find any of the words that you said.
We're installing the tiles. We're using thin set to glue the tiles onto the cement forms and to the ground. They'll stick, and then we'll grout them after that. Well, we made mini designs for different parts, and then we used our special clay that's good for outdoors, and just took a section by section. We figured out the colors and the textures that we wanted, and made the pieces, and then fired them twice, once bisque fired and once glaze fired, so everything has glaze on it, which adds color but also protection to the clay. Some people actually make a tile for each particular spot on whatever their project is, but for us, we sort of do a general thing. Of course, these are specialized tiles because they're bent so that they can go on an edge. So we knew we wanted to cover every inch of these 2 benches. So we thought about that, and then we thought about generally what sections we wanted, and then what colors we wanted in different sections. These are our woody pieces, and we have a lot of names like oak and deciduous, and so we've actually put words on some of these. This is our woody section, this is our lichen section. And down there, of course, is going to be water sections and a pond section. But we also have this other aspect, which are the aluminum tiles that the Kettering kids made a couple of years ago. So those are going on this section because that is where they're going to work best. They have a lot of depth to them, a lot of texture, and so they're not very good for sitting on. As we made these pieces, we thought about making them fairly smooth so that people could sit on them. Touch and feel, find things, find images, find words that are not hidden, but they're not all that obvious. Maybe as you sit there, you might discover some other words or phrases. We put some quotes from famous naturalists. I mean, that's what this place is all about, I hope.
Yeah, I think part of this installation process is also playing with the different colors, make it flow.
Do you think that I should save these guys to be at the end of where the red ones are? Okay.
Yeah.
We took some of these and made tiles based on some of these designs. You know, we made our own tiles that either looked like these or we actually made a mold with these. So we tried to really incorporate it into the design of the whole piece. I want to make sure they all get up on the benches. They were cast in aluminum in these molds that schools bought. Then they were poured at some point during the symposium. It's really a nice variety of images.
I mean, in a normal grouting process, you have a float and you have flat tiles and you just squeeze it into the spaces, but because we have so many different sizes of space and depth and thickness of tiles, we often just use our hands, and then we have to catch the right moment for the grout to be just a little dry but not too dry to make it too hard to get it off, and then we just start rubbing it off with regular towels and just keep cleaning.
I think actually a little bit of grout staying in certain areas was really nice. That's what's given the dimension on those metal tiles over there, almost like shadows. You have to sort of sculpt the grout. I hope that it adds to this place, which we really tried to focus on, this being a nature center and that being a natural area. We wanted to make sure that we kept in that general feeling. So everything we did had a nature theme to it. Some related to the tiles that the other people made and some that we made up ourselves, but we tried to keep it natural.
We hope that people will like it. Just to actually sit on it, and it would be a good place to sit and watch butterflies.